All right. Good morning, nurses. Good morning, angels in the sick room. Today we'll be talking about my mini experiment. So I did try to work for 35 days straight. Right now it's 5:57 and I'm on my way to I'm driving to work, and 5:57 a.m. actually. It's a bit dark outside, dark and gloomy, and it's been raining also. So last month I just tried it. I wanted to feel personally what it is to work 35 days straight. Actually 35.5. All right. For those people who've been following me, I've been, you might have already known that I have a couple of part-time jobs. Actually, I have two PRN, not part-time. We call it PRN here, or as needed. And then I have one full-time job. So I juggle those three jobs in 35 days. So I did 35 days straight of working as a nurse. So my regular job is oncology nursing. I work 12 hours for 3 days every week. So I schedule myself 3 days in a week, and that's 12 hours each. And my other job is I'm an ER nurse. So on weekends, if I'm off, then I work in the ER. I work mid shift. That's like 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Or I do work day shift also, which is from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Same as my regular job. So I do both of the schedules. And my last job, my third job would be wound care, and I'm doing wound care outpatient clinic. It's a hyperbaric advanced wound care clinic, and I work there for 8 hours if I do work there. So I usually work there on my weekdays off. So you could just imagine, I do oncology nursing. Most of the time I do charge nursing because I'm a charge nurse, and but sometimes I scheduled also to work in the floor. It's a telebed oncology floor, and so we accept mixed hematology cases such as lymphoma, leukemia, and sometimes we even accept GIM patients if they're if we have a lot of GIM patients, then they overflow into our floor. So either I do charge nursing, or I work as a in the floor as a tele nurse. So by saying that, it was the first and the second week I was doing okay, doing 3 days of oncology nursing, and then 2 days of wound care, which is 8 hours, and then on the weekends I do ER nursing. So I tried to juggle that. It was okay. I was doing fine with the first 2 weeks, and then on the third week I feel more tired, easily fatigued, but I was still working. I was still doing good. I should say, I was still doing okay because I'm still, resting. I'm trying to rest. If I'm doing an 8-hour wound care nursing, then when I get home, I sleep for, I do my power nap, 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours. And then when I wake up, I go into, trying to study or make videos for you guys, do some business stuff. And it was working for like 2 weeks. I was doing okay. On the third week, as what I have told you, I feel like I was drained. I feel like I wanted to call in, but I did not. I pushed through. And I've learned that number one, it's not easy. Maybe the age factor is, contributing to that. Maybe 12-hour shift, 12 hours. Sometimes I go, 12 hours and 30 minutes or 13 hours because I have to stay there and I have to, do my endorsement, finish my my chart. And that was the third week. I should say I should have stopped it and did rest maybe, but I said I wanted to finish this. I wanted to do 35 days straight, and I did. But I was so tired. Every time I go home, I just I eat. Because I could not. I usually sleep at around 10 or 11 p.m. guys, so I can't sleep early also, so that's my problem. Second is the waking up early, because I'm a day shift nurse, and I could not do night shift, guys. I cannot do night shift. I can do mid shift, 12 to 12, maybe 1 to 1 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. maybe the most. But if I go more than 1 p.m., I'll be like just walking like a zombie. I've done that in my ER before. When I was working in the ER, and I did a 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. shift. It's a mid shift. It's crazy busy. I like it, but then I could not sleep. I mean, I go home at 3 or 4 a.m. and then I just could not sleep well. So I think one of the main factor also contributing to that is that you wake up every day. I used to wake up at around 5 a.m. to prepare for a 7 a.m. shift, a day shift, and it's just a lot for my body to take, and I could not do. Thirdly, I could not do my exercise also because I'm tired. I could not play my basketball. I'm just too tired to do that. I could not play with my kids. I've got 3 kids. They're a handful. But I could not spend time with them because all I want to do is just to rest sometimes and just eat and then try to rest. Even if I'm not able to sleep, I'll just stay in bed also, just to recuperate from my daily work. My wife, I couldn't even talk to my wife straight, and it's just unpleasant. And but I did push through, and I would never suggest it to you, angels, nurses. I won't even recommend it. So I did that, and I would never do that again. Actually, it's 35.5, and to top it all, I did way back, guys. I have a history of AFib, atrial fibrillation. That was from, actually, it's weird, and it's crazy, but it's caused by too much work. My AFib, personally, my AFib was caused by too much work and too much coffee. Because way back when my family was not here in the US yet, I was just, alone in my apartment, so I would rather uh, work a lot, like 6 days, 7 days a week, and then, and when I go to work, I drink plenty of coffee. I did not notice that I was drinking coffee like almost every hour, and it's a 12-hour shift, so like 12 glasses of coffee, because it's free, right? And it keeps me awake. So I did develop an AFib with that. I took medications for a month, and then after that I stopped drinking coffee. And 2 years ago I went back to drinking coffee also, because that's my my routine. I need to drink my coffee. I love coffee. um, and so what happened was, going back to doing 35 days, I felt like on the fourth week, no, on the fourth, yeah, on the fourth week, I felt like I was having palpitations also, like intermittent palpitations, and it felt like I was having an AFib again. So I went to my doctor, and my PCP, my primary doctor, and then she recommended that I go to a cardiologist also. So right now I'm taking aspirin, 81 milligrams, because just to prevent me from, maybe if I'm having an AFib, then that's gonna prevent aspirin will prevent me from having clots, because that's the one of the side effects of, not side effects because it's not a medication, that's one of the risk that you're gonna take if you're having AFib, is that you might develop a clot, and you might, that the clot might travel to your heart. You're gonna have a heart attack, or it might travel to your brain. You're gonna have a stroke. So I'm taking 81 milligrams of chewable aspirin right now as a precaution. So after the 35 days, on my 36 days, I went for I went to see a cardiologist, and next week, I'm gonna be tested, and we're gonna do stress test. We're gonna do an echo cardiogram of my heart, and we're gonna do a Holter monitor for 30 days. So I end up on my 36, because I still work on the following day, so 35, 36. So I just took a half day of work on that day, and then I went to the cardiologist. And so after that I was off for 2 days. Today's Monday here, guys, in beautiful Texas, and I took 2 days off, and I feel way better. Today's Monday, and my first day back to work. And to end this story of mine, or mini experiment of mine, guys, I would just like to say that don't do this. Don't even try it, even if you're a young nurse, a new nurse. I wouldn't recommend it, guys. I wouldn't recommend it. So, because number one, it's not safe. It's not safe for you and your patients, because you won't be able to focus. You won't be able to, give your best. Okay, there's like an emergency. I don't know what, but anyway, going back to what we're talking about, guys, please don't try it. 35 days, 30 days, please don't try it. You may try, doing 6 days, and then, but it is important for us to rest and to recuperate nursing is a stressful job also, not just emotionally, but also physically. Just by waking up each and every day, you wake up early in the morning and you drive to work. That's stressful, and you can only get so much of that stress, and then you're gonna break. So look at me. I would be your lesson, and don't try it. Okay, so now I need to see my I need to do all this stuff for my heart, and I don't want that. I want to be a healthy nurse, and I wanted to serve my patients more, and enjoy my family also at the same time. So that's my experiment, guys. I did 35.5 days of work straight, and I did it, but I was too tired. I was not happy. I don't think you have to do it also, guys. Don't try it. So once again, until next time, nurses, angels, bye bye.